thing of it's got to be proven in the ring. If it doesn't work in the octagon, then it doesn't work in real life. I would like to know where these people live. Do you live in Detroit and everybody that attacks you knows jiu-jitsu and mixed martial arts and kickboxing, and you need this well-rounded tool set just to get to the grocery store?
Welcome to In Defense to Traditional Martial Arts.
That's actually a sport. I personally think that using a sport as the gold standard for what's real or not is a massive mistake. And that's not to say that these UFC fighters would be ineffective at defending themselves. That's not it whatsoever. These guys are machines.
If you are serious about real self-defense, about fighting on the streets, forget all this drilling stuff, forget all the pad work, forget the sparring, don't need any techniques whatsoever.
What happens isn't an eye poke, or an eye scratch, or an eye gentle pressure. An eye gouge is replacing your orbital with a finger, or two, or an object. So the finger goes in, and the eye has no place, it's not going to stay there. It either goes in, it goes out, or it gets completely distorted.
What we need to learn to do is to gouge people's eyes out. It's called in to people that like to justify this kind of nonsense. Now, anyone who watches my stuff regularly will know that I despise this kind of argument. This, on the streets, I can be dirty, I can bite, I can poke him in the eyes, I can hit him in the nuts, I can scratch. It's nonsense for so many reasons. First reason being is that these kinds of attacks aren't really fight-ending techniques for the most part. If you scratch someone, oh, it's not nice, but I'm still able to fight. You poke me in the eye, I'm still going to be able to fight. If you kick me in the nuts, you've got to really hit someone very, very hard to take them right out of the fight. It's kind of a momentary, it'll take you out, but you're still going to be able to come back. Eye gouging, yes, that has the potential to do real serious damage to someone, but we'll go on to that in a bit. Right, next part. People that do combat sports are also allowed to use these techniques, right? The only difference is they're able to use their better distance, timing, striking ability, power, endurance. They can use all this because there's no referee there saying, oi, you're not allowed to do that, I'm deducting points, I'm going to disqualify you, anything else. The other reason I hate this kind of, especially eye gouging, let's concentrate on the eye gouging. That's what that person was talking about, the hippopotamus, whatever his name is. In order to gouge someone's eyes, and I'm not talking about eye poking, and if it was me and I was advising somebody who'd never fought a day in their lives what to do, I would actually advocate for poking the eyes, because you can kind of get it can give you that moment of where the discombobulated, you can try and make your escape. To gouge someone's eyes out is very hard. You need to have, because to gouge someone's eye, you've got to, you're displacing the eye, you're crushing the eye, you're poking the eye right into the cavity. It's a nasty thing to do, but it also takes quite a lot to do it. So you need to have either someone's head up against a wall, you need to be physically holding them in place to do it, or have them on the floor and poking your eyes, your thumbs or your fingers into their eyes. To be able to do that, you need the superior position. How are you going to get that superior position if you have never sparred, if you have never drilled, if you have never fought somebody else before? If you're fighting against somebody that has even the slightest bit of experience, good luck trying to do the eye gouging. It isn't going to happen. And eye gouging, the severity of the eye gouging, this is what we need to talk about last, really. It's serious, self-defense. I get if somebody is trying to kill you, okay, gouge their eyes out. But even then, you're going to have a hard time justifying that in court. Can you imagine, like, you're in a pub somewhere, someone bumps into you, oh, I'm sorry about that, oh, what do you think you're doing? Takes a swing at you, so you decide to pull their eye out of their socket, right? How's that going to look in court? It's a bit, it's a bit excessive, is it? It's excessive force. Self-defense is using proportional force to deal with the attack that's coming at you. Most situations that you ever find yourself in, you're not going to be able to justify like destroying somebody's eyeball. Yeah, I guess that's all I've got to say about this whole argument. It's nonsense. If you are having to say to somebody, well, combat sports is nonsense because I just gouged their eyes out, you've already lost the argument. You're just desperate. The video that I used, I am actually going to do a full breakdown of what hip hop had to say. Again, it's just pure desperation trying to defend an absolute charlatan. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Let me know if you disagree, if you think anybody can just gouge somebody else's eyes out. Yeah, catch you soon.